Alright guys, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can bring two images and merge them together in Photoshop. So let's open up our images and I'm going to look for my image. Hopefully I can find it soon. Okay, I'm going to be using these two images. I'm not really happy with these images, but still I was testing out the mobile phone connectivity app. So I was taking all these phone using the remote in my mobile. So I was just testing this out and I have got these two pictures now. So this is our first step. The first thing you want to do is go to window and arrange it so that they all tile so that you can see both the pictures that you will be working with. So the very first step that we're gonna do, the very first thing is I'm gonna click and drag this image over here, right? And when you do that, if you hold on to shift, you will drop it pretty much exactly where the previous picture was. So we don't need to make any adjustments. So I recommend that you hold on to the shift button when you drag and drop, right? So now we have two images in two different layers. So I'm just gonna bring those two images together. Sometimes it's easier to just go and overlay them and you will have an interesting effect. So if it fits your story and if this is what you want to do, you can do that also. All you gotta do is just go to the layer blend mode and change to overlay and you will easily have something like this. The other way to do this is you can have these layers and I'm gonna click on this layer mask icon right here and I'm gonna make sure that black is my foreground color. I'm gonna choose a brush and I'm gonna paint right over here. So this is where I am in the previous picture. So I'm just gonna paint over that section, right? And I want to use a brush that has a soft edge. So I'm gonna be using this brush. In fact, I'll use this brush. If you want to change the brush size, you can click on the bracket on your keyboard and you can easily change the brush size. So now that I've have a brush size that I'm quite happy with, I'm just gonna start bringing that image out. As you may notice, you can't see it very clearly on the first stroke, and that's because the opacity right here is down to 30. I prefer somewhere around 50, but if you want to try it with 100%, that's okay also. You'll have a clean cut image. The only problem though is that when you are going really close to the other object, you don't want to overlap it. So just watch out for that. So you can easily do that and you can have two different images. Now, this is super simple. Just get the technique and then you can work on making your pictures look a lot better. So you can crop it, you can add different colors, you can use the curves tool to adjust the colors a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna use the curves to bring in a little bit more brightness. Maybe I'll sort of do that, and I'm gonna bring in just a little bit of blue into the picture, and I can do that using the curves tool. And if you want to be creative, just play around with the curves tool, and you will come up with interesting effects that you may like, right? So go ahead and try it out, and once you're done, save it. Feel free to experiment, see what happens if you try to blend any of these layers and see if any of these effects interest you. So go ahead, play around with all the tools in the layers palette and in your toolbar and see if you can come across something that's interesting, right? And when you're done, make sure that you save it and upload it to Google Drive.